Hello there. Welcome once again to Living on Purpose. My name is Fola Daniel Adelesi, also known as Fola Daniel Speaks. Today, I want to ask you, what's your go-to place for inspiration? Do you have a place where you deliberately go to inspire yourself, to make sure that you create ideas, to make sure that you incubate? What exactly do you have in mind? Do you have any place that is called your go-to place for inspiration? Do you have people that you turn to when you need inspiration for something, when you need inspiration for work ideas, for businesses, for career, for a new project? Do you have a go-to place for inspiration? If you really want to increase your productivity in life, one of the ways to do that is to always have a go-to place for inspiration. I have a go-to place for inspiration when I want to write. I don't have as much time as I used to have on my hands to visit frequently, but I still have that place that I go to when I need inspiration. Just being in the environment alone inspires me. Just being in the environment alone opens my mind, because the moment I get there, one of the things that happens to me is that I start asking myself questions like, the person who did this place, how does this person think? What's going on in his mind? How come he was able to come up with this kind of a place? What exactly is the idea that he had? How did he come up with this? I just keep asking questions like that. And because of the serenity of that place, I am able to go there, sit down, come up with ideas, maybe an idea for my book, or maybe I want to write, or I just want to do a project and I want to flesh everything out. I have my go-to place for inspiration. It's the place where I either get new inspiration or I develop existing inspiration. It's also a place where I spend time writing and I can use that opportunity to refresh myself. You need to have a go-to place for inspiration. If at the end of the year, maybe in the middle, whatever time works for you, you don't have a go-to place for inspiration, you need to change that. I think you need to seek out a place where you can go to, sit down, think about what you're doing, think about what you want to do, and think about how best to come out of the things that you're doing. Do you need to create a new product? Do you need to create a new service? Do you need to create an idea? Or are you even on a job where your boss expects you to come up with solutions for something? You need to have a go-to place for inspiration. If you're able to create that within your house, fantastic. If you have to go somewhere else to get it, that's also great. Just make sure that you have a go-to place. That is, whenever you need inspiration, what place comes to your mind? There must be somewhere you can go. There must be somewhere you can sit without any distraction, without the rush of social media, without all the noise on social media. You need to have a go-to place for inspiration. Now, one thing that having a go-to place for inspiration does to you is that you're also able to clear your head. When you go there, you sit, you spend some time thinking, you spend some time relaxing, you go with a notepad and with a pen, not social media, not with your gadgets, not with your smartphones, so that nothing distracts you. And if you have to go to, you're more disciplined with trying to stay off the internet just to focus on the ideas that you want to develop. And you realize that when you spend time in such places, coming up with ideas, designing new products, designing new things, you'll be able to do a lot more. The hustle and bustle of life in most of the cities that we live in do not allow us to get as much fresh inspiration as we need to get to. That's why you need a go-to place for inspiration. That's why you need to create a place for yourself, maybe even within your own environment, to make sure that it inspires you, it gives you new ideas, or you are able to operate as much as you want to. If you don't have a place, you can decide that, okay, this is what inspires me, or this is the kind of environment that I want. Then design your house, design your office to be that go-to place for inspiration, so that when you get into your study at home, or that corner in your house, or that place in your office, you can get as much inspiration as you want out of it. Be deliberate about the environment where you can create the inspiration that you want. Be intentional about a particular place that you can go to. Of course, there are times when you catch inspiration on the go. You get into the shower, you're getting inspiration. You're just walking on the road, you're being inspired to do something. Sometimes you're driving, you're being inspired to do something. But it's a step further to make sure that you have a go-to place for inspiration. It's one of the secrets that I have used over time, and I have seen that many successful people, many people who are doing very well in their chosen endeavors today, have a go-to place for inspiration. So if successful people have a go-to place for inspiration, and you want to double your success, or you want to start succeeding, then you also need to have a go-to place for inspiration. If you don't have a go-to place for inspiration, I beg you, make sure you create something. Now, one of the go-to places that you can begin to work with is www.foladaniel.com, or you can go to youtube.com/Fola Daniel Speaks. Thank you.